YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Noel Blends. We are back at it again with another haircut tutorial. We're going to be doing a burst fade on my boy, and I'm going to show you guys step by step what I do to achieve this type of look. Other than that, it's your boy Noel Blends, and let's get right into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is start off by wetting my client's hair. We are going to get it nice and damp. That way we can control the hair a lot better when we're cutting it. We are going to be taking off about 1/2 inch. And we are going to be keeping some weight on this side, so I like to do the horseshoe part. As you guys can see, we're going to start at the top, and we're just going to bring it down a little bit and cut about 1/2 inch all around. Once you finish that up, we are going to part it down the middle. That way we can cut off about 1/2 inch and create our first guideline. This guideline doesn't have to be super perfect. As you guys can see, I don't have the neatest guideline. We're just creating like a rough draft at first. And we're going to end up connecting the sides to the very top. So you just want to cut off about 1/2 inch. And that's going to be your guideline that you're going to connect to the side and the top. So now this is where we're going to connect the sides to the top. As you guys can see right there, you can see the hairs that's sticking out. That's what you want to cut off, which is about 1/2 inch, a little less than 1/2 inch, maybe just like the tips. You always want to make sure you go back and just check for any little flyaway hairs that you missed. As you guys can see, that's what I'm doing just throughout the top of his hair. Now for the back, we're going to create about a width guideline, and we are going to take off about 1/2 inch as well. We're just cleaning it up, pulling towards you. As you guys can see right there. Just pull it towards you and make sure you guys take off about 1/2 inch, going all through around the back side of his head. When we get to the bottom part, we are going to do diagonal sections. That's the only way to really kind of get a nice even trim, because towards the bottom his head dips, so it's a little harder to get an even cut like that. As you guys can see right here, we are doing a diagonal section, and we are just gonna pretty much just like cross checking and just making sure everything's the same length. So this sectioning allows you to get closer to his scalp towards the bottom. Since it dips, it's a lot harder to do it like if you go straight up. But right here, you guys could see that I was doing it diagonal and just allowing me to get closer to his scalp. Once you finish up the shear work, I do like to dry the hair. I did add a little bit of hair serum. That way it protects it from damaging the hair and really just burning his hair. As you guys can see, We are just drying it. This is basically a pre-style. I like to create shape, do the shear work first. That way I can just do a pre-style and just know what I'm basically going to blend into. I don't like to cut the hair wet. I think it just doesn't catch the hair as better or cut it as better. Right here, as you guys can see, we are coming with our number 2 guard, lever fully open, and we're just going to clean up his side, just debulking, creating shape as well. Now I'm gonna come in with my thinning shears and just connect the top to the bottom. Not super perfect, just creating some shape still. Next, what you want to do is grab your trimmers and just come in and create our first initial bald guideline. As you guys can see, I'm going around the ear. I like to use the ear as reference. I go off of that. If I want to keep it super low, I go right above it. If I want to do like mid, I go about a ½ inch higher. And then if I want to do it super high, I go about another ½ inch higher. You don't want to keep it super low with these unless they specifically ask to keep it super low right around the ear. Then you want to do that. But when doing these type of burst fades, you do want to create a lot of baldness. That way the blend pops out. If you keep the blend or the baldness super low, it's just gonna look like maybe like a half guard or a 0 guard, like a shadow type of blend. But we are doing it down to skin, so you want to keep it super smooth on the bottom. That way you get that nice buttery effect. So next, what you want to do is grab your half guard, lever fully closed, and create about ½ inch guideline. As you guys can see, we're gonna keep the same motion we created with our first initial bald guideline, and just make sure everything's nice and even and as neat as possible. If you have neat guidelines on the blend, it will come out super smooth. Once you finish up that guideline, we're going to come back and just erase that first initial bald guideline we had created. We're going to start blending going up, and you want to go or keep the lever fully closed and just break the line just right on it. Open it a little bit if you have to, about a quarter, but for the most part this line is going to be super easy to blend out. Now we're just going to grab our 0 gap trimmers and erase any little stubble that my clipper missed that couldn't take out. With your 0 gap trimmers, you should be able to take it out pretty easy. Next, what you want to do is grab your 1.5 guard, lever fully closed, and create about another ½ inch guideline, following the same motion we created with the other guidelines. As you guys can see, we're just keeping the blade flat, making sure everything's nice and down to the 1.5. So now that you finish that up, we're going to come in with our 1 guard, lever fully open, and do the same exact thing we had done with our 1.5 guard. Right on it, the same motion, keeping the blade flat. As you guys can see, we're just keeping the blade open and just copying the same exact thing. Then we're going to close it halfway and go a little bit lower than that. That way you don't push up the blend. And we're starting to sandwich the blend now. As you guys can see, we're just going a little bit lower. Now fully closing it right in the middle ghost line. As you guys can see, it's not going to take it out completely, but we're just softening everything up. Once you finish that up, you're gonna come in with your half guard, lever fully closed, and take out the remaining little dark spots in the middle. As you guys can see, we're just attacking that middle ghost line, utilizing our corners for the dark spots, because this step is one of the most important steps. You can push it up the blend and it'll look really inconsistent. So you just want to utilize your corners and go right on it and just flick out. So we're basically done with our blend. Now it's just detail work. We're gonna be jumping guards now. We're gonna go to our no guard, half guard, one guard, 1.5 guard, and you're just gonna detail any little dark spot. Obviously, if you go higher, you want to go with the higher guard. If you're gonna be detailing lower, if you need to detail lower, you're gonna go to your no guard, half guard. Other than that, it's just any little dark spot you see, you want to just attack it with your corners. And this is just detail work. It's one of the most important things about a haircut. If you want to make it super detailed, it's just detail work, and just focus on that. And I promise you, it'll make your haircuts pop out a lot more. So this step right here is optional. If you guys feel like your guard can't take it out, go in with your taper comb and just attack any little dark spot with your thinning shears, and just hit it a couple times, and it should lighten up a lot more, and that'll help you out as well with making the blend look super smooth. Right here, we're just going to be doing his lineup and just adding a little bit of enhancement. I do use the wax pencil as well. This is the Jonathan pencil from Deluxe. I will have it listed down below, that way you guys can check it out. I don't always use the Kiss Express. I just like to keep it natural sometimes as well, or make it look more natural with this pencil. I do use the white pencil as well. Just add a little bit just to give it an extra pop. As you guys can see, this is how my client came in looking like before. This is how he sat in my chair, and this is how he's leaving my chair. I think the cut came out super clean. It's simple. Cleaned up the top, the back, added a nice little burst fade on the side with a little bit of enhancements. If you guys like this cut, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you guys get alerted every time I drop a new video. I am dropping weekly for you guys. Follow me on Instagram, at TikTok, at Noel Blends. DM me if you have any questions. Other than that, it's your boy Noel Blends, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.